Joining me now is Jay Woods, Chief Market Strategist at Freedom Capital Markets. Now, Jay, when they asked me to host this show, I said, I'm not doing it unless my good friend Jay Woods joins me. Thanks so much for coming on this Thursday, sir.
Thanks. You're crushing it in this chair.
Oh my God. I'm honored. I'm honored to hear that from you. Let me tell you. So Nvidia is obviously dominating headlines. We know that following its Q4 earnings report. What did you take away from the figures that you saw?
Well, all right, let's talk figures and then let's talk about what it's going to do this morning.
Lead the way.
The figures did exactly what we expected them to do. They beat. The guide was great. Jensen, very positive. Jensen Huang, the CEO of Nvidia, very positive. I talk like he's my personal friend, but
We're all friends here. We're all friends here.
But anyway, no, they did everything the market wanted them to do and more. They beat, they guided. He even went so far as to say this disruption in software, the sell-off, overdone. And guess what? Price is, we're up a couple bucks, but as someone that studies price, studies these stocks relative how they act to the market, we need to see Nvidia, we market participants want to see Nvidia break out of this range, which it's starting to do. I want to see it close towards the highs of the day, and I want to see it stay above 200 if it can get there. To me, as a technician, this will be the leadership we need. Now, did it take us to the next level? No. But what it's doing is it's saying it's not as bad as we think it is for all these people selling tech names, like there's a fire sale going on. So it was great. It's what the market needed, but it's not enough to lift us much higher at this point in time.
Well, let me tell you, great minds think alike, because you actually answered my next question in that answer. So I'm going to switch to question number 3. NYSE listed tech firms Snowflake and Salesforce. They also reported earnings yesterday afternoon. How are investors gauging the tech sector and the potential AI disruptions that come with it?
Yeah, it's been all about AI disruption. AI, which was, putting us in a bubble, this bubble is being popped by what? AI. It's very ironic. But what we're seeing now is these software stocks correcting, and it was a little overdone. I use the IGV, the software ETF, as my proxy, following a basket of software stocks, which Salesforce is in, Snowflake is in, Workday is part of it. And Workday reported yesterday, trades right back here on the NYSE, and what did it do? It was a horrible report. They missed. The guide wasn't great. It gapped down 10, then closed up on the day. So wait a second. It closed up on the day. The stock has been in a free fall. It looks like it found its legs. Let's see if it can follow through today. But that sets us up for how are you going to trade Salesforce and Snowflake, which were okay reports, but they did miss on revenue. The guidance wasn't as strong as we'd like to see. And Snowflake was down big in the after hours. It was trading up pre-market before I stepped on here. I don't get live ticker on your show. Yeah. We got to fix that. But Snowflake, if that closes up, if Salesforce can reverse and close higher, I think what we can do is take a deep sigh and say this software sell-off, overdone. We finally found a floor. Now this relief rally, is it relief? Yes, but is it going to become something bigger? That's the next question. Right now, I still think tech is a sell the rally kind of story. Then go all systems go. But for traders, this price action is phenomenal.
Well, let me tell you, I'll let my friends Ian Wolfe and Steve Romanchik know about Jay Wood's desire for the ticker underneath. Now, besides tech, which sectors are you really keeping a close eye on?
You want to use hockey analogy. We talked hockey before we came on here.
We did.
You want to go where the puck is going, and right now, where's that leadership? It's in energy. What is on everyone's mind? Potential conflict with Iran, which could cause a spike in oil. Energy is the best performing sector year to date. Energy looks still poised to go a little higher. It could have a spike if the conflict does escalate, but stocks like ExxonMobil, which were doing fantastically with $60 crude, now should do extremely well with $70, $75, $80 crude. Chevron, that's a place I want to be. And then this has become a defensive kind of market. Utilities breaking out to new highs. NextEra Energy, NEE is a great name there, one that I personally own. And then you have REITs coming back, and healthcare. Healthcare, to me, is the next sector to break out. When you look at healthcare, we're not talking United Healthcare's, the Humanas of the world. We're talking big pharma, J&J, Amgen. Look at Pfizer, look at Bristol Myers, both stocks breaking out. Not exciting names, but good to have in your portfolio when there's a little angst in some of the leadership in technology.
So give me this answer in like 30 or so seconds. We received weekly jobless claims data this morning. What do we need to know about the state of the labor market before next week's jobs report?
Well, it's stabilized. We didn't see any major surprises there. What we want to see is that unemployment data next week, and that'll give us a bigger picture. Unemployment's 4.4%. Let's hope it stabilizes. We don't want to see it tick up because then that puts the Fed in a precarious situation. But we are still at historic lows, even though well off the 3.4% low set 18 months ago.
So I asked you to give me that answer quickly because we talked hockey earlier.
We did.
And obviously the United States beat Canada 2-1 at the Olympics to win the gold medal. My guy Jack Hughes scored the game-winning goal.
Guy.
So back to Nvidia earnings real quick.
Yeah.
If you could give Nvidia's earnings a gold, a silver, or a bronze medal, which medal is Jay Woods giving them?
The earnings report was a gold medal. We'll see if it can lead to gold throughout this market. Right now, I don't think it's big enough to make the medal stand and lift us to that gold medal for new highs in the S&P 500.
Well, Jay Woods, sir, I appreciate you coming on my first show being host.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. Jay Woods, Chief Market Strategist at Freedom Capital Markets.